Imagine having an identical twin, and when you commit a crime, you can just blame it on your twin. Well, that's what this woman did. Her name's Samantha Jo. And Samantha Jo is around 35 years old, living in a small town in Minnesota where she works at a local grocery store. And she isn't exactly known for making good decisions. In fact, she already has 2 DUIs and a prior conviction for giving false information to the police. She's a mess. And things are about to get really bad for her. Now, if this story sounds familiar, that's because I've already covered it before about 2 years ago. But there have been some updates, so I'm going to do it again. So one day in 2023, at around 8 in the morning, Samantha Jo thinks this is a good time to get high on meth. And even though she doesn't have a license or insurance, she decides to go on a drive. And so she gets in her car and she starts driving around like, well, a person high on meth. And so she's driving and she's speeding. She's going 70 miles an hour in a 55. Here's the thing about the road she's on, though. She's driving in a county with a high population of Amish people. So it's common for Amish buggies to be on this road. In fact, it's so common that there are road signs warning, like this one telling drivers to look out for these Amish buggies. Anyway, Samantha Jo apparently isn't watching the road. And she's high, and she isn't paying attention, and she doesn't see what's coming up right in front of her, a horse-drawn Amish buggy carrying 4 Amish kids on their way to school. And this buggy is going about 10 miles an hour, while Samantha Jo is still going 70. And suddenly, kaboom, she plows into the buggy from behind with her 4,000-pound SUV. And the buggy busts into a million pieces and it's a disaster. There's debris everywhere. And the worst part is that all 4 Amish kids are severely injured, and tragically, 2 of them don't survive. Even the poor horse doesn't make it through the crash. And so Samantha Jo gets out of her car and she looks at the accident that she caused, and she knows this is her fault. But instead of, showing remorse, she starts thinking, how can I get out of this? And that is when she comes up with an unbelievable plan. Because here's the thing about her. She just happens to have an identical twin sister, who we'll just call Twin. Now, to make things less confusing in this story, I'm going to give Twin red hair. But just know that in real life, they look exactly alike. So Samantha Jo calls Twin, and she tells her what happened. And she asks her to switch places with her and take the fall for the accident. Because, unlike Samantha Jo, Twin isn't high on meth, and therefore wouldn't get in as much trouble. And Twin hears this idea, and I guess she's like, all right. And she actually agrees to help her try and pull off this meth-fueled parent trap. And so Twin drives to where Samantha Jo is, at the scene of the accident. And police haven't gotten there yet. And when Twin gets there, they both get into Samantha Jo's car and they swap their clothes. A few minutes later, police show up and Twin tells them, "It was me, I was driving." And an officer gives her a field sobriety test, the whole thing. And she passes everything because, she's the sober one. And so then an officer puts her in his squad car for questioning and he turns on a recording device to record her. And I guess Twin doesn't know she's being recorded. And she tells him, the buggy just came out of nowhere, or whatever, and she makes all kinds of excuses. And after he takes her statement, the officer gets out of the car to go talk to the other officers there. Once he's out, Samantha Jo comes up to the car window to talk to Twin. But what neither of them know is that the recording device is still recording. And Twin gets all cocky and she says, "There's no way they would ever know the difference between the 2 of us." And it seems like she's right. Police appear to be satisfied with Twin's story, and the whole thing looks like a tragic accident, and there's no immediate reason to arrest anyone. And the police let the sisters go free, and it looks like their insane twin switch plan is actually gonna work. Until... Eventually, back at the station, police listen back to the recording of Twin's conversation in the police car, and they hear her being all shady, saying, "They'll never be able to tell us apart." So they get suspicious that the twins might have swapped places. But the problem is, identical twins share nearly identical DNA, And it's almost impossible to tell the difference between them when testing it. So even if police know that Samantha Jo and her sister switched places, any good defense lawyer could argue reasonable doubt using the "it could have been her twin" defense, and they might get away with it. Therefore, police need rock-solid evidence before they can arrest anyone. And that kind of evidence is going to be very hard to come by. So police keep investigating. And they go to the grocery store where Samantha Jo works, and they start questioning the employees there. And that is when the HR manager there drops a bomb on them. Because apparently, right after the crash, Samantha Jo had texted the HR manager. And I don't know if they're friends or they're close or what, but the HR manager calls her back, and Samantha Jo tells her everything that happened, that she hit an Amish buggy and killed a couple of kids or whatever. And so this HR manager tells police, "Samantha Jo called me and told me that she was driving high and killed 2 people. And police are like, "Holy shit, we have a witness saying she straight up confessed to the crime?" But then it gets even crazier because police get a warrant to search Samantha Jo's phone. And looking through her phone, they find that right after the accident, she Googled things like, and I quote, "What happens if you get in an accident with an Amish buggy and kill 2 people? And also, if you hit a buggy and kill 2 people, are you going to prison?" Which, in my personal opinion, makes her look guilty as fuck. And if that wasn't convincing enough, they find texts. After the crash, a friend texts Samantha Jo saying, "Oh my God, did you hear some Amish kids were killed today?" And Samantha Jo says, "I don't think you realize that I did that." And the friend is like, "Huh? I'm confused." And Samantha Jo is like, "Confused on what? I hit that Amish buggy and killed 2 people. Made Twin come there and take the fall for it so I wouldn't go to prison." And I'm sure police are looking at this like, damn, that's a lot of evidence. Plus, about a day after the accident, they test Samantha Jo's blood for drugs, and of course, it tests positive for meth. So police have it all figured out now, except for one thing. Why would Twin lie for her sister? Like, why would she risk going to prison for a crime that she didn't commit? Well, it turns out that Twin has a criminal record of her own. She had once been convicted of conspiracy to distribute meth, and she spent time in prison. And while she was there in prison, Samantha Jo took care of her kids, so she owed Samantha Jo a favor. And so anyway, bam, both sisters are arrested. Here's Samantha Jo's mugshot, and here's Twin's mugshot. And Twin ends up pleading guilty to the cover-up and contributing to criminal vehicular operation, and she's sentenced to 90 days in jail, while Samantha Jo pleads guilty to criminal vehicular homicide and criminal vehicular operation, and she gets sentenced to 4 years in prison.